What is up, everybody? Welcome to another Thursday night live stream. I didn't have anything lined up for an interview this week, so like I've been saying, I've been trying to do something every Thursday night, whether it's an interview or a live stream or what have you. So hopefully you can hear me all right. We've got Kevin from Tuber Chat in the house. Good to see you, Kevin. Crafty's here. Got Rick from Twin Brook Acres. Cool to see you. Like I say, just a chit chat kind of live stream, I guess. If anyone wants to come up, I'll put a link in the comments here. Personally, just got home from work not too long ago, so just been rushing around having something to eat, and then coming on here. I don't know how many live streams are actually on tonight. I don't know if Ready Set Keto or Two Crazy Ketos will be live tonight. I doubt it. I'm pretty sure they're all on the cruise. So thought I jump on here and see how everyone's doing on Thursday. Hopefully everyone's staying safe and not getting bothered too much by the smoke that's coming from the forest fires up here in Canada. They haven't really impacted us here in London where I am, but I know a lot of places sort of further east from us have been impacted, and even further west have had a lot of smoke come down from northern Ontario and Quebec. So hopefully everyone's staying safe and staying out of the bad air. It's we say it hasn't got too bad here, but they have had special advisories for air quality the last couple of days. I got Reichwin here. It's good to see you. Like I say, I just thought I'd jump on here for a little while and see how everyone's doing. I hope everyone got a chance to check out my part 1 of my carnivore crisps review. Still got these ones. They're the chicken breast, the top sirloin. Well, that's bright. I don't know if that'll even come in. Got too much light going on tonight. And then the only one that I'm sort of not really looking forward to, but I'll definitely give a try, is the this one. It's a beef liver carnivore crisp. So I'll definitely give those a try. I got Kevin saying we can smell it. Yeah, it's been pretty hazy here in London as well, but we haven't had it as bad as a lot of places. I don't know why. I don't know if just the jet stream is keeping it away from us, but it hasn't been as bad here, thankfully. Been watching Ethan Shelley's vids on the cruise. We have smoke down here in Georgia. Yeah, it's really weird that it's going everywhere. It's just crazy. I'm gonna queue up all of the videos. There's so many videos coming out from the cruise from all the creators, so I'll probably give it a little more time and then watch most of them at once. Definitely one of these days I'd like to get out on the cruise. That would be fun. I've never actually been on a cruise, but to go on a low-carb cruise would be cool. Smoke was bad here in New Hampshire on Tuesday, but yesterday and today it was okay. Yeah, it's weird. It's been so windy here in southern Ontario too. Like, I don't know if that's helping. I was kind of complaining about the wind on the last weekend, but I think it's definitely helping keeping some of the smoke away from us. We got Brett in the house. Good to see you, Brett. Collecting with Cool. If you like Star Wars memorabilia and stuff like that, Brett's got a good channel with reviewing and stuff like that. I don't know if you're still doing your gameplay as well, Brett, but you should definitely check him out if you're into the Star Wars stuff. We got Ron in the house. Good to see you, Ron. Apparently, the average person gains 7 pounds on a week-long cruise. Yeah, I could see that. That's if you just go wild and eat everything, that wouldn't be hard to do. Especially considering most of the food that they serve you on a cruise is going to be, it's going to be all the good high calorie, high carb stuff. So I could definitely see that. Everyone's saying hello. So one more thing, I guess this was waiting for me when I got here, from Switch Grocery, which was one good thing about being able to order from this company in Canada here, that they're pretty quick shipping. The only thing I don't like about Switch Grocery is that you have to order a lot to get free shipping, which I don't agree with, especially in Canada. Whereas most places in the States, you can order any order and get free shipping. So that's the only thing I don't really like about them. But unfortunately, there's not much we can do about it. I got here some games once in a while, memorabilia collecting, brought back Fight the Fear podcast. Cool. It's on my channel on Sunday nights. Cool. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Yeah, food is available at all times in the ship. They have healthy things and desserts. Yeah. Everyone always goes for the good stuff though, right? We got Nora in the house, the Stock Explorers. Good to see you. I was on one of those cruises 100 years ago. Yeah. Saying hello here. So from Switch Grocery, I was luckily enough able to get me some of the new keto brick flavor. This is the, come on, focus. Where is it? The flavor is Bell's brownie batter. So thankfully they got some more of these in stock at Switch Grocery when Keto Brick released some new ones. So ordered a few of those. So I'll do a review on those. I'll taste one because I haven't had the opportunity to taste those ones yet. So I'll do up a video on those the next couple of days. Looking forward to those because everyone said had some pretty good words for those ones. One day I'll make it on a cruise. Yeah, my wife's been on a few cruises. She enjoyed them. I think she was mostly on Disney cruises. But I'd like to do something like an Alaska cruise or, something a little different. I've always liked being on the water, so I'm not, definitely don't mind being on a boat for a few days, but it'd be nice to do the low carb cruise, which is once a year, because then there's, it's not that it's all low carb, because I guess the ship that they're on it has like 6,000 people on it. So that, they're a very small portion of it, but there's a bunch of people there, like influencers that are doing talks on the cruise as well. So like Dr. Barry and Joe and Rachel from Too Crazy Ketos, I think we'll probably do some speaking as well. And it's just a good opportunity to get together with the people in the community. I'm hoping to get down to where I've booked it, is to get down to the Keto Palooza in Kentucky in, what is it, October something. I think it's near the end of October. So that'll be fun. Getting to see some people I've only been able to talk to online. It'd be fun to get to meet them in person for sure. Everyone's still saying hi. So yeah, I hope everyone's having a good week so far. It's just been working hard at work, and hopefully trying to get more content out for you guys on here. That's why I sort of split up this Carnivore Crisp review video I didn't want to do one that was super long, so I figured I'd do 2 separate ones. And then was talking last night on Tuber Chat on the live stream with Kevin there. I tried out, or I tested a new, I guess call it an AI tool that's online. I got the idea from I can't remember the name of the channel anymore, but it was reviewed by someone else. Think Media from Nolan at Think Media. He did a review on this website called opus.pro, where it allows you to take a 30 minutes, or well, allow you to take any of your longer form content. They say to use something that's over 15 minutes. And what it does is that you put a link to that video into the AI generator, and it will, after about 10 minutes, it'll come back with multiple short form content, so that you can download and use for shorts, reels, Facebook, anything you want. Basically, it builds it in that short form format, and it automatically builds in captioning on the video, like fancy, like good looking captioning, and it automatically translated it into the captioning. It even generates catchy titles. I'd say catchy, whereas really they're just clickbaity titles that you can put on your shorts. And basically you just download it, and all you have to do is upload it through your dashboard, or your YouTube dashboard, and then just upload it as a short and then post it. So it's kind of neat. When you first sign up, they give you 2 hours of upload time free. I haven't checked to see how much it costs to subscribe to their service. I just wanted to try it out to see if it actually works. And it does work quite well. Like it's kind of clickbaity stuff, but it will take pieces of your video that make sense to be as like a 15 to 60 second video, and then it'll put it together, and you just download them, and you can just share them on all your platforms. Now, I will say that I did share a few of them or posted a few of them, and pretty much all of them they were complete duds. They didn't do anything. But what I've noticed in the last couple of weeks is that it doesn't matter what I post for shorts anymore. None of my shorts get anything. Most of them, don't do anything more than 20 views. I even had one earlier this week that I posted that after, I don't know, I think it was after 4 hours, had 0 views. So personally, I think something has changed in the shorts algorithm, whether or not they've really tightened it up, and they're only allowing bigger channels to get onto the shorts feed, or something's wrong. I don't know. It's just, for some reason, like I don't, again, like Kevin was saying last night, a view is a view, but when you've been uploading shorts for a year and a half, 2 years, or however long it's been out, and at least 1 out of 10 will hit the feed and get 1,500, 2,000 views, and then they go from that to 0. Something has changed. So either something has changed or something's broken. So I don't know. Hopefully it fixes itself sooner or later, because if it doesn't, for a channel like mine, there's no point, wasting any time. Because shorts, while they're fun and they're easy to do, if you're only going to get 20 views, what's the point? Like, it's, unfortunately, I'll take 20 views on a long form video. I still wouldn't think that was great, but 20 views on a full video is 20 views. So that's just my opinion anyways. Looking forward to using Opus. Yeah, it was really easy to use. Like I say, I don't know how much it will cost to use more. Like I say, when you first sign up, they give you can upload up to 2 hours worth of videos in the first 30 days. That's your free trial. So I did one already, and I'm going to take another interview video and chop it up, and then I'm just going to upload them all as shorts and see what happens. But again, if they don't fix the shorts feed, then there's no point in paying for a service that generates shorts. And, like I could put them on Instagram as well and probably get views there. But at the end of the day, Instagram's not going to, Instagram is Instagram for me. That's not a pathway to any kind of monetary value. So, hi, saying hi to everyone. We got the Bud Files in the house. Good to see you guys. We got Mona in the house. How you doing, Mona? It's good to see you. Everyone's saying hello to each other. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with them. Like I say, I'm not trying to complain about the views. It's just like, if that's the way it's going to be, that's the way it's going to be. I just won't upload anymore. Because even if you only take 15 seconds and, another 15 seconds to put a title on it and some text and some audio, and then you upload it, I don't know. Personally, I think it makes the channel look bad if you've got a whole bunch of videos that nobody's watching. But again, just my personal opinion. Everyone's saying hello. And we got Bob in the house. Good to see you, Bob. It's all right. We're just sitting around. I'm just complaining about YouTube things as usual. But I have high hopes for things. Like I say, I almost have to stop focusing or worrying about shorts, because at this point, if I want to ever get anywhere with my YouTube channel, I need to focus on the watch time hours, and the shorts aren't helping that anyways. Yeah, the platform put all their machines on short mode. Everyone fell off, man. That's why I brought back the podcast and quit worrying about those numbers. Yeah, it's any kind of video for me. And I don't know if it's just me or if like when I'm doing review videos, like when I was reviewing the carnivore crisp, what you'll notice more and more now, if I'm just talking to the camera, I record in StreamYard all the time. So like when you see my videos, you'll see my name and handle in the bottom corner. That's because I've recorded the video on StreamYard, and then I've downloaded the file, and then I just import it, trim it up a little bit, and post it. I'm not, to me, it's more important just to get stuff out there than to spend, hours and hours building something that may or may not work out too well. I'm starting to plan videos with shorts in mind before filming. Yep. Yeah, that's a good idea, Kevin. Like it's definitely worth doing, and I've done it quite a bit. I've used the remix feature on the YouTube app on my phone. Again, I've never seen, I've probably released 50 remix shorts, and I got 0 feed time on any of them. So, for anyone that's wondering, shorts feed time means that it's got pushed out onto the short shelf, and then people are actually getting it. Most of the views I get now are basically only from subscribers. They're not from YouTube pushing it out. And like I say, I've done dozens of remixed shorts out of my long form content, and I can't think of one that has had any time on the shelf that that got any kind of views. So, you know, maybe like back when, and I get maybe the problem is that I got a little bit spoiled with shorts when they were in beta, and because it seemed at that point you could throw anything at the wall and it would get tons of views, you know, like that. Kevin will point out that on the live streams over at Tuber Chat all the time when he's reviewing my channel. I have one short that has over 22,000 views, but there's really nothing special about it. It just happened to get picked up by YouTube that day, and it spent a good 8-9 hours on the feed, and that's the only reason it got that kind of traction. So but since they started monetizing shorts, again, this is only my experience, maybe some other people have had better luck with it, but since they monetized it, it doesn't seem to work very well for my channel, which being a small channel, I'm assuming that that's probably why. You know, the channels that have 1 million subscribers are still getting millions of views, or the shorts that are, you know, I won't say specifically, but there are certain kinds of shorts content out there that will get millions of views no matter who it is, based on, you know, what people are wearing or, you know, not wearing, as it may be. I noticed the same with my shorts, but then yesterday I got over 800 views. Yeah, it's weird. I don't know, Hyla. I could go back into my content, and I think the last one that I had that did anything substantial was about 1,400 views, which again, I'm not complaining about. I wouldn't complain about 500 views or 800 views either. It's these ones where you're posting a short through the Shorts app, so it's got to be posted as a short, and it gets 0 views in like 4 hours. So I don't know. Again, I'm just ranting. Plan out 2-3 segments for a stream, then those, 8 minutes each, then make short for each one. Yep. Yeah, there's lots of ways you can definitely go about it. I do think when I ran my one interview video with Lily Kane through that generator, it was easily able to cut up. Well, it gave me the option for 12 different pieces of content. There was 2 of them that were kind of junky, but it gave me 10 solid pieces of content out of one 30-minute video. So I think the interview format that I've done quite a bit of, it lends itself to chopping it up and releasing small parts. So, and I probably should do more of it just on my own. I can generate that stuff. It just takes a little bit of time. The only short I got any traction on was me falling on the trail. See, I told you, Bob. It's those kind of shorts that always get traction. It's there was one creator, I haven't seen him for a while. He used to travel the country travel the US, and he put out a short once, and it was basically him filming what he dubbed as a lot lizard. I don't know. A lot of truckers might understand what that reference is to. But he posted that video and it just blew up. He got, close to 1 million views on it. So it's content will drive them, but it's not content that I'm going to be putting out. So remix or worst. Yep. I've never had one that worked. It's a great idea, but I've never really had any luck with them. So you've made 4 cents on shorts so far. Well, that's 4 more cents than I've made. I think I could get more shorts views if I looked good. Exactly. If you're in a bikini on that thumbnail, all you have to do is look at the suggested shorts. You'll see the trend that gets you the millions of views. There you go, Bob. That will help with your retirement income. Yeah. Any video under 1 minute will automatically go to shorts now. Yeah, it is picking up pretty well. The one thing I did find, and I did a little tutorial on this a few weeks ago, you can create shorts right out of StreamYard if you have the ability to record your StreamYard content. And the only problem I found with that is that even if you create it based on a 1 minute segment, when it uploads, for some reason it bumps it up to 101, and then it won't register as a short, which is real pain, because then you have to go back and you have to trim it down just to get underneath that 1 minute mark. But you're right, it's the system's picking up shorts content a lot quicker, or a lot easier now. I get 0 views, I change the title and then get views. Yeah, it's weird. And maybe I'll try that again. Like I say, I've got 10 shorts all ready to go. All I have to do is hit upload. And, what I may do is, I think it's a timing thing too. What I might try and do is upload them all and then schedule them for different times a day, overnight, like in the AM hours and middle of the day, and see which ones get better traction than the other ones. And then that's a good idea. If they don't get any views, change something up, and for some reason that seems to kickstart it sometimes. I got Canadian family life in the house. Good to see you. Everyone's saying hi here. I've been averaging 1,000 plus views on shorts and under 100 on my video streams. I don't want to do shorts though. Yeah, again, I like doing shorts because they're easy. But if they can bring in subscribers, then that's fine, because you're right. The views don't really mean anything, unless you're getting millions and millions of views. They don't really mean anything. So, but when it comes right down to it, a lot of my subscribers have come from shorts. So that's why I'd still like to keep doing them, so that it helps build the channel and get some awareness of the channel. I'm doing a cooking stream Saturday just to do it. I'm not chasing any money. Oh, that should be fun. I still got to try and do that sometime too. Maybe one Saturday night when I'm at home alone and I can set up in the kitchen, I'll come up with some chaffle recipe and we'll all make it together. Hyla's got to go. Good to see you, Hyla. Good evening. Thanks for coming in. So yeah, that's sort of been my week in YouTube. The channel's still doing pretty good. I don't know. It's been pretty weird the last, week and a half or something. It's kind of slowed right down as far as views and subscribers and that. But again, it's still going in the right direction. So can't complain. That's for sure. We got here Saturday morning, 9 a.m. CST. Well, actually this Saturday morning, I'm actually playing in a golf tournament. So unfortunately I have to be there at 7 a.m. Eastern, so we can tee off at 8. So I will watch the replay of that, Brett. But unfortunately I won't be able to make the live stream. It's first time I'm going to be going out actually golfing since I started keto 4 years ago. So I haven't actually golfed since I lost all this weight. So I went to the driving range the other night just to see if I still remembered how to golf, and promptly pulled a muscle in my forearm, in my right forearm. So it'll be all right by Saturday. But yeah, it was kind of concerning, thinking, okay, this is great. I went out to practice and now I've injured myself. So yeah, like I say, hopefully everyone's having a good week. And as we were saying earlier, hopefully everyone's sort of staying staying safe from the forest fires and trying to stay out of the smoke and the smog and everything. It's a lot of people have had to stay inside to stay away from the smoke. So, which kind of sucks. Definitely during the summer, you don't want to have to be inside when the days are nice. We here in London, I don't think we've had any rain. Geez, I don't know. Must be almost 3 weeks now since we've had any rain. So it's so dry and crazy. I think they're finally starting to call for rain Saturday night into Sunday, but hopefully we get that before all my grass completely dies. So let me put this up here again. If anyone feels like coming up just to chat, there's the the StreamYard link for it. Like I say, it wasn't really anything planned for tonight. Just didn't have an interview ready to post. So, like I was saying, I've said the last couple of weeks, I want to have something in this time slot for all of you to watch, regardless of what it is. I've had nothing but rain. It's crazy how it's so different. Like I say, it's not a drop, like not even a quick shower or overnight rain or anything. It's just been completely dry, zero rain for, I don't know. Like I say, I can't remember the last time it actually rained here. It's unfortunately my poor lawn is starting to really suffer, and we don't typically, I could water it, but considering how dry it is, our community here, while we're technically on city water, our little town where I live, the city water comes from a well. So using water on things like watering the lawn and that, I don't really like doing that, especially when we've got such a drought going on. So, if we get a little bit of rain and I need to add some water just in between the rainfalls, then I'll do that for sure. But for now, we just have to all do our rain dance and hope the weather cooperates with us. I got Granny filming again in the house. Good to see you. Another creator I met over at Tuber Chat. If anyone isn't, if you've got a channel, and a lot of the people that are in here tonight already know about Tuber Chat, but if you want to get connected with some really great creators, meet lots of new people, Tuber Chat's definitely it's a fun place to be. It's great to talk to all these people, and you get lots of support. Like just all the people here that are from the Tuber Chat family tonight just shows you how much support you can get just by putting yourself out there and going out and saying hi and meeting everyone you can, right? Everyone's saying hi. Uncle Big Guy's in the house. Good to see you. Everyone's saying hi. So yeah, like I was saying, it's I've got Tuber Chat pinned on my homepage. So if you ever want to go check it out, just hang out, just say hi. Some nights are really busy and the chat gets a little bit overwhelming when you've got so many people chatting at the same time. But just say hi at your own pace and get to know some people. And I think that's one thing I've learned in the last 5-6 months is that with YouTube, you have to be willing to go out there and meet the people, like meet your peers as far as creators go. And with the wide variety of channel creators that are here, shows you that you don't have to just get to know the people in your own niche. You can get to know everybody, or try and get to know everybody you can, because that's where I find a lot of the support comes from. We can get lots of people in here. We've been up over 10 people in this live stream at one point. So, I'm definitely thankful for everybody that supports the channel in any way they can. I know myself personally, I don't have a ton of time to watch everybody's videos, but what I do try and do, especially, or if you do live streams or premieres or anything like that, I always try and be part of that video or that content, like be in the chat. And if I can't be around for the whole premiere or the live stream, I always leave it running. So hopefully everyone understands that. And then I always go back and try and watch some content from everybody, so I can spread the support out there as much as I can, because it's I'm definitely thankful for all of the support that I've gotten from everyone here. I've said it before, and what makes me happiest with my videos, when I post a video, of course I like to get lots of views, but the thing that makes me happiest is when I see a lot of comments on the video, like interaction on the video. That to me is, tells me that there was an impact from that video. So having the support from the community is definitely appreciated. That is for sure. What time are we? Just after 8 o'clock. So I don't think we have to worry about going over 8:30, because everybody, I think, like Two Crazy Ketos is on the cruise. We're on the low carb cruise, so I don't think they're going to be going live tonight. I don't think so anyways. I haven't seen any notifications from them, so I usually try not to go past 8:30 so that I'm not on at the same time they are. And I don't think I'll go past 8:30 tonight either, only because it's been a long day for sure. I guess for any of you that don't know, I do a lot of the work that I do is in the sort of what would we call it? Sort of security and low voltage type work. So I do a lot of alarm systems and security cameras and keyless entry systems. I just wanted to see, I don't know why this. And then like days like today, we went and had to put in a new intercom system for an apartment building. So basically it's they had an really old intercom system. So it's the system you dial a number at the front door of an apartment building, and it calls the resident, and then they can let you in the door. So funny story, we pulled the old intercom out of this building today to get ready to put the new one in, and there was a stamp inside the intercom, like on the box on the inside, that said, now I don't know if this was the build date or if they stamped it when they installed it, but the stamp said June 8th, 1976. So what that meant is that being June 8th, 2023, we replaced that intercom 47 years to the day that it was either built or installed. So that was one of those weird things that I saw when I started taking it apart. I couldn't believe that it was actually stamped with today's date, which was just bizarre. But it also goes to show that now I can't say for sure that the intercom that we took out was actually the same one that was put in 1976. But it could have been, but it just goes to show that how much longer things last or some of the older stuff used to last, right? So yeah, it was, and now, we took this old little LCD screen, like one line LCD screen that basically told you nothing. All it was basically a phone with a button that you could call the tenant from. And let me see if I can pull this up. I was trying to pull it up out of my Chrome tab. No. Oh, the sharing thing, I'm telling you. So yeah, we upgraded this intercom from something really old to basically the newest, the best, and the pretty much the most expensive thing we can put in here. So let me see if I can share this screen here. Should be this one. So I don't know if I can. So basically that big LCD screen in the middle there, that's the new intercom. So this intercom is capable of calling your cell phone with video, and you can let them in from your cell phone, and it's capable of doing all that sorts of different things. So it went from some really old, crappy intercom to what is basically a fairly high-powered computer mounted in the wall. So that's part of what I do, anyways. Like I say, we had to take the old one out. The white area behind it is the where the old intercom was, and then we had to chisel out a bunch of concrete because the wall was concrete, of course, couldn't be wood, so we had to do that. But yeah, so in case anyone was wondering, anyways, I know it's not too exciting, but that's the kind of work I do. I do network cabling for big businesses. I go in and put in cabling for 300, 400, 500 workstations, call centers and stuff like that. And I put in phone systems and camera systems, and I mount TVs and put in projectors and basically anything to do with communications requirements for a business. It's mostly commercial stuff, but I've been doing that I started doing networking cabling back in 1999, back before the whole Y2K disaster was supposed to happen. We spent a lot of time getting companies ready for that, so that their whole business didn't go out of business when the calendar went over to the year 2000. Cool. I got myself a grape Zevia tonight. I like these ones. Zevia is a zero sugar, basically zero anything pop replacement, basically. It's just sweetened with stevia. So if you don't like stevia, you wouldn't like these, but I enjoy them as a good replacement for full sugar or even diet pop or whatever. I was talking to Kevin, or mentioned this to Kevin last night too, is that the one thing I've done this week is completely cut out coffee and Monster energy drinks, which was my vice for sure. The sugar-free ones, obviously, but I was at the point where I was having like 2 or 3 coffees in the morning, and then having at least one Monster during the day, and a lot of times 2. So I figured I'd try and cut that stuff out. I'm still having. So I've replaced the coffee in the morning with Element electrolytes. It's a flavored electrolyte mix that helps. It helps boost energy as well with no crash. And then this company Zevia, they have a energy drink as well, but again, it's It's just it's caffeine, but there's no sugar or anything. There's 0 calories. So I'm still having those, but I've cut out the energy drinks that have, 60 different ingredients in them. So I just figure it's time to try and get rid of some of that stuff out of my diet, and trying to focus more on just sticking with the basics, meat and a little bit of vegetables and some seasonings. So the problem, or what winds up happening with me, is you know unfortunately, every time I give up one of these things, like I had to give up basically all nuts, like any nut butter, any like full, like whole nuts, any of that stuff. I had to give that up completely because it was causing a lot of inflammation. So I've had to give that up. Well, I haven't, okay, I shouldn't say had to. I just felt it was in my best interest to give them up because I felt better without it. So the problem is, and this is what worries me every time I give something up, is okay, well, if I give it up and I get over it, I give it up for 2-3 weeks and I start feeling a lot better, then unfortunately that turns into, okay, well, I guess I should give this up for good. So that's unfortunately, it's always the stuff that you want um, to have that really you do better without. Thinking of giving coffee, but that's the only vice I have left. Yes, I hear you. It's one of those things. It's for me, honestly, the way I started is I just, like I don't buy coffee outside the house. Like I don't buy from Tim Hortons or McDonald's or anything. I don't do that. Um, if I'm having coffee, I have coffee at home. So just like anything else, the easiest way for me to sort of say, oh, well, I'm going to stay off it for a while is I just don't have any coffee at home. Like if it's a hassle for me to go get it, then it's easier for me to tell myself, oh, well, let's just do without it for a while, see what happens. Right. So again, it's not that I'm like a connoisseur of coffee or anything. So it's not like I really enjoy it that much. It's more just for the caffeine. And with the ZV energy drinks that are just have the caffeine and none of the junk ingredients, I'm getting that part. And I'm also finding out that if you're properly hydrated in the morning with a hydration mix like Element, it helps you get over that need to have the caffeine boost in the morning. Keep telling myself I'll give up coffee tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. So like I say, it's it's kind of a catch-22 with changing your lifestyle. I think um, I've said this many times. I think a lot of people start lifestyle changes like keto and carnivore and everything else, or not a lot, but there's a good portion of people out there that start it just for weight loss. But after a while, if you stick with it, what happens is you wind up sticking with the lifestyle change because of how much better you feel and how you feel. I've said it a million times that you can never feel, you'll never know just how bad you were feeling until you feel really good. So until you change your life, until you get rid of all the crap, like the stuff that's making you sick or, holding you back from thriving, then you start really realizing how good you can feel. And it's almost addictive. You're like, okay, well, I've gotten to this point. I want to go further. I want to do this. I want to do that. And, after 4.5 years now of ketovore, carnivore, whatever it is, week to week, what I focus on now is just feeling better. I don't need to lose any more weight. I need to get in better shape as far as, like muscle building and stuff like that. But my focus is on just trying to feel as good as I can every day, basically. So hopefully, people can take inspiration from that. Like I say, it's tough to change lifestyle. Like I know there's quite a few people in here that aren't, keto or even on a diet or anything. We've just met through Tuber Chat, and we've connected and all that. But changing a lifestyle when it comes to what you eat is one of the hardest things you can ever do. I've giving up sugar to the extent where you're not eating any sugar is it's a real struggle, especially at first. Like you can the whole keto flu that you've probably heard about. It's a real deal if you don't go into it correctly, because when your body's detoxing from the sugar, it can really take a toll. But again, it's one of those things that you can avoid with a few easy steps. Okay, good to see you, Rick. Take care. Hope you have a good night. Thanks for coming in. It's we're almost at an hour here. I'll probably just go till 8:30. So I don't know if anyone has any questions or comments. Like I say, I'm going to put out another Carnivore Crisps video this week to review the other three, and then I'll review this latest keto brick offering here. I guess they've been out a while. This is the second release of them. If anyone doesn't know, Keto Brick is I guess technically you could call it a meal replacement bar. But this one package here, it is actually, like, if I open it up, I won't open it up right now, but it's shaped like a brick. So this one package here has 1,000 calories in it. And it's got perfect keto macros as far as how much fat and carbs and protein are in it. And they really taste good too. So this is one of the few sort of treats that I buy anymore. I bought the Carnivore Crisps like this because I wanted to try them. Will I buy them again? It's hard to say. If they bring someone in to distribute them in Canada, maybe. One of those things I don't mind ordering from the US. It's just when you have to wait a month to get things, it just kind of sucks. I can only imagine how hard it is. I know of others that, it is tough. But, like I say, there's ways to get past it pretty quickly. My last guest, or my last two guests that I've had on the podcast, Lily and Neely, they both said the number one thing is to prioritize protein in your diet. Because if you can fill up on protein, you can get to the point where you're not hungry on protein. You can't do that with carbs and, to a certain extent, fat. But if you prioritize protein, then you're not going to be hungry for the other things. And that's the protein that you really need. So, again, it's all about how you go about it and how your mindset going in. I still think that, changing your lifestyle is probably 85% mental, and then another 15%, physically doing or making the changes. Because if you're not in the right space mentally, it's really tough to make a change. If you look at my transformation video, I explained the only reason I started, well, not the only reason I started, but the main reason I started keto 4.5 years ago is because, my grandson, or my first grandson, was just 2 years old. And we all know how 2-year-olds are, and, they always want to play, and they always want to get picked up, and they want to do this and do that. Well, I was just not in the shape to do it. I couldn't keep up with them. So I had to make some sort of change. And this is, so basically, whenever I think, first of all, I can never go back to the way I was before because I felt so terrible when I was living that old diet that there's no way I can ever go back to it. It just can't happen. But if I ever need any inspiration, all I have to do is think about my grandkids and, wanting to be around when they're older and wanting to be able to play with them while they're younger. So finding a reason to make a change. Some people are sort of pushed into it with health issues. Some people get to the point where they have to deal with, type 2 diabetes and other kinds of metabolic diseases where they really have no choice, where making a change is the only thing that can keep them alive. But then there's others where I was thankfully not to that point already in my diet. I was probably on my way, but I was able to change course before I had any of those major issues. So I'm definitely thankful for that. Gave up a 12-liter pop for flavor water, which had aspartame, and then changed to coffee. Yeah, it's so hard to, it's the aspartame is another one. I even heard a story just the other day where it was on a podcast somewhere where someone was saying they used to drink, I don't know how much he said it was. It's like 5 or 6 of the not the big bottles, but the smaller bottles of Diet Coke a day. And he gave it up one day because, he was told that the ingredients in it, namely the aspartame, are going to wind up killing him. And so he gave up that pop or that Diet Coke addiction, and it almost put him in the hospital. It was such a bad withdrawal from that aspartame. So thankfully, I've never really had that big of a craving for sodas. I like things like, Zevia, and I'll have Diet Coke once in a while. I'm not saying I never drink it, but I definitely try and stay away from things like that. And it's funny where you find artificial sweeteners and things change too. Like one month you might buy something and you look at the ingredients and everything's good to go, and then you buy it again and then you get halfway through it and you look at the ingredients again and all of a sudden something's changed. Companies do that. They don't tell you, but they'll change things. And you can't just watch or read ingredients once. You have to do it almost every time. I can give you an example. I'll preface this with basically this whole year since January, I've tried to more or less cut out drinking alcohol, because that was another thing that was holding me back from being creative enough to be on YouTube. I think I didn't have an addiction or anything, but I was still drinking too much. So I've cut that right out. But I was going to a friend's birthday party on the weekend, and I wanted to have a couple of drinks, once in a while, once every couple of months. I'm not too worried about it. And one thing that, even last summer, I would get the White Claws, like the carbonated water and vodka White Claws. Last summer, they had just water, vodka, and natural flavors. That's all it was. They weren't the best tasting things ever, but they were low carb and, low carb as they can be with the alcohol in it. But now if you buy them this summer, they've gone and changed it and they've put cane sugar in them to make them taste better, right? Again, it's not much. It only turns it into, it only adds like 1 gram of sugar to the whole can. But now they've gone and like cane sugar is sugar. There's like sugar is sugar. It doesn't matter what kind it is. So that's just an example of, companies changing ingredients without sort of making it known to the public. So unfortunately, you have to look after yourself and get to know labels, read the labels, and obviously we've always heard, the longer the ingredients list is, the worse it's going to be for you. That's why I like these. If you look at I don't know if I can get this to focus in here, but the ingredients list: brisket, water, and salt. Like, that's an ingredient list. And the nice thing is that they're using Redmond's real salt, so it's good quality salt too. So that kind of ingredients list is what I look for on as many things as I can. If it's a package of beef or whatever, there shouldn't be an ingredients list. It should just be beef. So anyways, I'm ranting again. Hopefully didn't turn anyone off. Like I say, I appreciate everyone being here. Absolutely. And I do understand that there's a lot of people that come by that aren't, they're not keto or carnivore or ketovore or any of these things. So, but my real mission for this channel at the end of the day is just to help as many people as I can get healthy, live their best life, and, live as long as they can, based off of starting with food. Again, like I know it's the hardest part, but you have to start somewhere. And I think that's where you can start. And then, once you get the diet under control, then you work on exercise, doing anything you can exercise wise. And then the sky's the limit from there. We've had guests on here recently talking about all the different hacks you can use to get better sleep, but sleep is really important as well. So that's all, things you can strive for down the road for sure. We got here. Yeah, artificial sugar is just, but for the most part, it's bad news. I'm the one I'm not too bad with is the stevia. There's a lot of artificial sugars that really mess up people's digestions, though. Yeah. And like I say, you have to take inspiration from something if you want to make a real change in your life. Having that reason why you're doing something, I think, is really important. And it doesn't have to be something as specific as your grandkids. Maybe maybe you want to be able to go to the beach next year and, in a different bathing suit, but you have to have that sort of goal in mind, not necessarily a goal, but a reason why you're doing it. In the past, I've done diets and worked out with no reason really to do it. So it didn't really stick with it, or I couldn't stick with it. This time I had a specific reason why I was doing things. And I was able to stick with it long enough that it turned into like a lifetime lifestyle. So, and ultimately, if you're going to make a change, that's what you sort of need to strive for. But, and again, that's the sort of pitch for tonight anyways. I won't get too much farther into it. So we've been on for just over an hour, so I'll probably get off here unless anyone else has any questions or comments. I'm not sure if I'll have another interview lined up for tomorrow. I've got a couple things in the works. Hopefully we can get something scheduled and get it recorded. But like I say, if I don't have another video ready for next week, I'll come back on here and do a live stream at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, just so I can get to know everyone as best I can, and try and help anyone out there that needs it. So that's about it. So we'll sign off for tonight, and then see you all next week. And as always, keep on thriving, my friends. Have a good night.